Hello and welcome to the Nostalgia Film Podcast with our members myself, Joseph Akers, and James from No Idea Reviews,
Hello, that's me.
and Josh from Flametail 23.
Hello, I'm the one filming this podcast in case you couldn't tell. But let's get on with this, shall we?
All right, well, this podcast is pretty much this particular one's probably a lot of news based, movie news based talk, really, trailer talk, reviews, all that. We will get into Pixar versus DreamWorks. And yeah, who's starting us off then on the?
We're going to start off with the reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Oz, The Great and Powerful, Jack the Giant Slayer, Oblivion, and Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, we will try not to do it for too long because that could take a while. So
Yeah.
micro
So
reviews, really.
We'll just do a quick summary of each film.
Yeah.
And give them a score out of 5.
Yeah, right, cool.
Okay.
All right. So we'll start off with Oz.
I didn't see
Josh
this one.
hasn't. Yep, Josh didn't see it, but me and James did,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy I did. I was anticipating this movie. It was like my fifth most anticipated film of the year, and it's safe to say it's my third favorite film of the year so far. I absolutely loved it. The 3D effects were amazing.
Yeah, that's the one thing
CGI.
I took away from it was the 3D and just the visuals were just phenomenal. But
Yeah,
the actual film in itself was a bit like you could kind of guess what was going to happen, but I just didn't really understand how it actually ties into the Wizard of Oz because throughout the whole thing it's saying how he's not even a real wizard and all that. I don't understand that part of it.
well, he's not actually a real wizard.
What, the Wizard of Oz isn't?
No,
Really?
he's just a man behind a curtain. Remember?
I didn't like the original Wizard of Oz film that
Yeah.
much. I just
I
thought...
haven't
I
seen
absolutely-
it, so I don't really know. But
I
it just kind of confused me. I was just like, wait, so what's going on?
I adored it. I absolutely thought this movie was visually stunning, and it had the kids' movie script that I think adults can enjoy, but it does get a little bit too kiddie at times. But I still loved it. I do understand that there was one miscast, Mila Kunis.
Yeah, definitely.
But I thought
she couldn't act in it. I
They
don't
casted
think.
Meg from
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
I thought James Franco was absolutely
yeah.
amazing in this, but and Rachel Weisz is stunning as usual, and she's actually really good. So I gave this a 5 out of 5.
Fair enough. I would have probably given it about a 3 out of 5. I can understand why you liked it so much, to be fair, but I don't know. It's just not really my kind of film, I suppose.
Yeah.
And when you got a film that isn't really your genre, then it's kind of hard to really like it. So
Yeah.
But should we get on to
But I
Jack the
was
Giant
really-
Slayer?
yeah, we'll get on to Jack the Giant Slayer.
Right, I think we all saw this.
Yep, I did.
I did.
I think I'll start off with this one. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's about a boy called Jack.
It's just the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, really.
Apart from he kills like one giant in like the whole film, I think. Maybe no, two giants in the whole film.
Doesn't really make him a giant slayer. He kind of accidentally killed one. It's not really.
And
A giant, Jack the Giant accidentally killer.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't really think this is a spoiler, but he throws like one of the magic beans down one of the giant's throats, and like a beanstalk just grows out of him, and like
Yeah.
so I'm just like, what the hell is
He
this?
must have had a lot of saliva in his mouth.
Yeah.
Ew.
It was so funny though when that
Should have
happened.
popped out.
Like,
Should have popped out of his eyes, and then in 3D, and
See-
look like they're coming to get you.
yeah,
The
it's got the
stupid-
guy who's in X-Men First Class in it who plays Beast.
Nicholas Holt.
Yeah, he's quite good.
He was in Warm Bodies, and I saw Warm Bodies yesterday, and that was I absolutely loved that movie. But I hated Jack the Giant Slayer. Too many cliches. It was so predictable. You knew what was going to happen. I did like Nicholas Holt and Ewan McGregor, but otherwise I just think this movie fell flat. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5.
Well, I can get why from your standpoint you might not have liked it because if you were British, a lot of the actors are British and it's set in the I don't know, it just got a very British tone to it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
And
I got that.
I watched it with my family and I actually really enjoyed it just because it is a nice family film. I gave that like 4 out of 5.
Well,
But why would it?
I did
Why is
enjoy
it
it quite
such
a
a
lot.
family film if it has a lot of violence and it can't even choose its audience? Does it want to be a hardcore action film or does it want to be kids film? It did
I
not
thought it
know
had
its
some pretty
audience.
dark scenes in it to be fair. Like,
Yeah,
not as
mm,
dark as the scene in the third Lord of the Rings where you see Smeagol turn into Gollum, but that's another film.
yeah,
oh,
but that's not a kids movie.
yeah,
But
that's true. But The Hobbit is a kids movie.
yeah, but
Kinda.
let's
Mm.
just get
I
back
guess
onto
it's more family
what I
based.
would score the Jack the Giant Slayer. I quite enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
think it's a good popcorn flick, or
Yeah.
as I call it, Malteser flick. Because every time I go to the cinema, I take a bag of Maltesers with me. Um, and yeah, I thought it was quite good. I would have given it 3.5 out of 5 stars
Yeah.
because
Fair enough.
it's quite good. I thought um that I don't know that it could have been a bit better, but in the end, I've still kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
fair enough. I
Are
can kind
we?
of get where you guys are coming from, but still, I still stay with my opinion because that movie just frustrated the hell out of me.
Yeah. Mm,
Okay,
I can imagine.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Oblivion. I think I'm the only one who saw this.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
I
I'll tell
thought,
you
I
then.
thought, I thought the visual effects were as good as Avatar. It was stunning, and the acting by Tom Cruise. You felt for his character. You really wanted him to, uh, survive this mission, and it was just a great sci-fi film. Yeah, if you compare it to other sci-fi films like Moon and Star Wars, I think you won't enjoy this. But that's where all the critics have gone wrong. They've compared this to other sci-fi films, and it just really bugged me. So,
Mm,
still, another 5 out of 5. I really, really loved it.
really? I'd say this film isn't anything like any of the other sci-fi films, just from looking at trailers and looking at like the synopsis and things like that. Because
Yeah,
it's about vacating Earth, isn't it? And that's exactly what After Earth is. But
yeah,
it hasn't really come
Yeah.
out yet, like before now.
I don't
And I think it is
and
quite an original idea, to be
I
fair.
don't get why people
yeah.
like comparing it to Star Wars because I don't think I haven't seen it, but what I've heard it's like nothing like Star
That's
Wars.
that is one of the best. That is one of the best series of films of the entire
Well, half of
film.
Half of them. Well, episode 3, 4, 5, and 6
Oh yeah,
are
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 and 2 you can go in the bin.
Yeah, no, one has the best ending I've ever seen with Darth Maul. That is so badass, it's untrue.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
fight sequence.
But it doesn't save that horrible, dreadful experience.
True. Yeah. All right. Well, are you going to talk any more on
Yeah.
Oblivion, or are we going to move on
Uh,
to Scary Movie 5?
yeah. We'll move on to Scary Movie 5. Oblivion. See it. It is
Okay,
great.
Scary Movie 5. Long story short, don't see it unless you're extremely curious. I saw it, the
Mm.
only scene I can remember is the Evil Dead spoof. That is all I can remember.
Fair enough. To be honest, I liked the first two Scary
Same.
movies just because I was quite young when I saw them as well, and I just thought they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
funny and
Yeah.
stuff and all that. But
You liked it spoofing off the other films
yeah,
because
I thought it was really clever at the time, and I think the first Scary Movie actually does still hold up quite well. But I just think
Yeah.
it got a bit old, really. And the only
Yeah,
reason they're
it's
still making these
outdated.
is so many people go to see them. Like people who
Yep.
like are around like 15, 16, around there. They'll just watch them just because
Yeah.
they think they're going to be
Pe-
funny, and they're not. They're just
People
bad
want
films.
people want to see what they spoof. Like, what are they going to spoof next?
That is
Yeah.
one of the good things.
This one of the scenes I remember was Ashley Tisdale, and I don't mean to be racist, but the darker lady, actually having intercourse on screen.
What?
It was one of the most feral. I just wanted to walk out of the cinema, but luckily there was only like half an hour left. I just wanted to leave the cinema. That was just a dreadful scene. I really, really was just offended that they would actually do something like that. So I gave this film a 1.5. I laughed a couple of times, but I think I should have lowered it to a 1 because of that dreadful, horrible film. I just can't get that feel. I just can't get that scene out of my freaking mind.
I'm pretty sure what they already brought out their scary spoof, because they brought out that haunted house film, didn't they?
Which was also crap.
But it was actually better than what I've heard of this, because I watched Haunted House, didn't really enjoy it, but it was okay in parts. I'm not going to say it's like full out terrible, but it is terrible. It's not a good film at all.
I would probably
it has.
It's right. You can go ahead, Joe. That's all right.
It's like Scary Movie 5 just copied scenes from that haunted house, like when Marlon Wayne is doing it with stuffed animals. That's like that scene, but in Scary Movie 5, she's doing it to another lady.
I would probably say
that's pretty
the
weird.
only scene that I remember is probably the scene that I didn't actually laugh at. It's the scene that you see in the trailer where I think this is the Evil Dead spoof bit, but it's like you have the woman like, "You're all going to die tonight," and then like she goes "You're all going to die tonight," and says it differently. I was just like, that's...
Hey,
yeah?
Josh.
Yeah?
Josh. What did you think of the opening with Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan?
I didn't like it.
Didn't that happen in the fourth one as well?
I don't know.
I didn't see the fourth one.
Charlie Sheen takes out the tablets and then falls out a window with some kind of... Yeah, it was
I
just
can
really
barely
weird.
remember it.
I don't even
It's so bad,
understand
I can barely remember it.
Yeah, I gave this, as I said, a 1.5, but I was so close to lowering it to a 1.
I would give this a 1. Because I laughed, same as Joe, I laughed a couple of times, but I was just like, they should have ended it at like 2 or 3, but they keep on going.
Like, this spoof thing has gotten a bit too old now. It's just got a bit too repetitive. We've got shit like Disaster Movie and what's that other one? Epic
I like
Movie.
Meet the Spartans.
They've stopped making them now. Epic
Meet the Spartans is
old,
okay. Because it spoofed Shrek
Spider-Man.
and the Hulk and all them.
Yeah.
Epic Movie was like Narnia, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like, how could you spoof Narnia? Why would you even spoof that?
Yeah, I know. It's just some films just don't really need it doing.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to move on to expectations?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well.
So in expectations, what we do is what we talk about how we think this ending product of this film is going to turn out. And in this kind of segment, we're going to talk about The Hangover 3, Man of Steel, and Wolverine.
Iron Man 3, don't forget.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 3. So we're going to talk about how we think these films are going to turn out and why.
My main thing about all the films that we are going to do is all these films have to be good. Like, for their like franchise, they have to be good, because Hangover 3, Hangover 2 absolutely ruined the first one. Hangover 3 needs to like resurrect it. And Man of Steel, if they want to make
the trailer for that, the trailer for Hangover 3, I didn't actually mind it.
That's true. Actually, I thought that could look alright.
I like the giraffe bit.
Don't kill me, but I actually preferred the Hangover 2 to the first film. I don't know.
How was that? How did you even find that funny?
Because it has more Leslie Chow in it.
I see.
I don't know.
No,
yeah, I hated Hangover 2. So
Man of Steel though needs to be good for Justice League.
I got a thing with that. I think it's going to be a bit too Dark Knight-ish. I'm not looking forward to Man of Steel, honestly. I think the trailers were a bit too dark.
Yeah, I know. It could have been like a documentary for just a hiker and you wouldn't know. It's just him literally walking around, and
It
in
just
some
needs
like
to
fishing
smile.
village or something.
The
Yeah.
trailers just need to smile a bit.
I understand. No, it didn't. It didn't look interesting. I didn't
No.
think. Like it just
Yeah,
looked kind of bland. It was just like there. So
but I did like the music for the trailers.
yeah, yeah, same. The music is different to the old Superman ones, but it's pretty effective, isn't it?
It's really dark, but I think it'll work.
Mm.
I
All right, what do you want to say?
well, I think I'm probably gonna go see this, but after
Yeah,
the
we all
original
will. We all will, no matter.
the original Superman films, I didn't like them, so I think this serious Superman
What?
tone is
I'm actually with Josh on that. They're boring,
yeah,
aren't
a
they?
bit too cheesy. I want to see how this dark tone works out because you never know, it could be good.
We'll see Superman Returns.
Yeah,
Watch
because that's true.
Superman
Because if they
Returns.
just go for the same tone for another Superman film, it'd be like, what's the point of even making it? They've already had Superman Returns, and that just did not work.
I just want another fun comic booky movie like the Avengers. That's just changed. I just want that. I don't want all these dark Christopher Nolan superhero movies anymore. I just want even something like Green Lantern, even though that was completely shit. I just wanted. It had a fun tone to it, and
what was the
you're not
film that
getting
I
much of
saw? I think it was Daredevil,
God.
right?
Yeah.
Daredevil is not
No.
a good film, but it
Me and
is
Josh-
such an
me
accurate
and-
representation of a comic book
bad-
brought to life. Like, I think if you're going to think of anyone to be Daredevil now, you can't really think of anyone but Ben Affleck. But the thing is with Ben Affleck now, because he's like completely spun his career around, hasn't he? And he's become some like Oscar-winning director. And it's
Argo.
like, I couldn't think of any other director who could actually make Daredevil now apart from Ben
Me
Affleck.
neither.
I don't think he would direct it.
He could. He
But-
wanted to do Justice League,
But that's
I
been
think.
scrapped for the time being.
I don't.
Mm,
I don't want Christopher Nolan to do Justice League. I
no.
don't want anyone serious to do Justice League. I want
Have you
someone
seen
like
that
Joss.
game? Have you seen the game Injustice
Yeah.
Gods Among Us?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't
Right,
played
that I can imagine, because you know that's quite a dark game because that's just beating
Yeah.
the crap out of each other.
Fun,
It's
though.
like Mortal Kombat. I can imagine the Justice League being exactly like that. Like
I don't want it to be
a
like
dark
that.
setting with all these flashy characters. That's what I can imagine,
I
and it would
don't
be
want
so
that.
bad. I am not looking
They
forward to the
can't have
Justice League at all.
I want the
Yeah, me
Avengers
too.
again.
I know
They
what you
can't
mean.
have a really good Batman trilogy, have a pretty awesome Superman movie, which I'm guessing it's probably going to be pretty awesome, and go downhill with a
Yeah.
blooming Justice League movie that is the worst piece of crap you could ever see in cinema.
My problem with the Justice League is that the Avengers, it has clear characters that are better than each other. Like Iron Man's a lot
Hell yeah.
better than Captain America, and Thor's better than Captain America, and you got and they're very different. Whereas the Justice
That's
League
wrong.
is you've got one with a power ring who can literally do anything, one who can run extremely fast, one whose power is that he can do anything, another one and Wonder Woman whose power she can do anything, Batman
She
just a
can
guy
fight.
with a
She
gadget.
can't
It's
do
like,
anything.
they're too powerful. I don't think that'll work. Like the contrast of the different powers, just it's too overload, I think. And Aquaman just doesn't need
Yep.
to be in this film
Stay under
either.
the water.
How will he? Anyway, how about we talk
Okay.
about Wolverine?
Wolverine. It's a standalone film, though, isn't it? It's not. It's
Yeah,
based
it's
after
standalone.
X-Men 3.
Except Hugh Jackman's in it.
Yeah, it looks badass, but
Me
I don't
neither.
really care about it. Like, it looks pointless.
I think it's the superhero film that I'm most looking forward to because I absolutely adored Hugh Jackman in Les Miserables, and I'm looking forward to seeing him once again in Wolverine.
I don't really have anything to say
I'm
about
George.
the Wolverine apart from I like the scene where like that guy has a shotgun to Wolverine and you can see like he can't regenerate anymore. He has like his power taken away. I like that
Yeah.
because you actually feel like that he's gonna die.
He's actually in threat. He's actually in
Yeah.
threat,
Mm,
It,
I know what you mean.
and that's where a lot of superhero films nowadays fall flat on their Asian noses is because they do not have any threat the Avengers barely had any threat. That was just like Loki. He's one person.
Yeah. No, the Avengers. The only bad thing about it is because they just used Loki again. Loki was the Thor bad guy, and now he's just thrown into the Avengers. I thought that was a pretty cheap way of getting a
Yeah.
villain. I just
But
think,
I did think Loki was a bit
Yeah.
badass.
yeah, true. He didn't really have that many scenes though when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm. Well,
How about
Yep,
we move
most
on to Iron Man
anticipated movie
3?
of the year for me. Yep, let's do this.
the
It
thing with Iron
actually
Man
isn't.
3 is it just
It
looks a
actually
bit too over the top. Like at the end when you
yeah,
see all them, like there was like 20 Iron Mans just come flying out. I think because you've seen that in the trailer, I don't think I wanted to see that in the film and not know about it beforehand. Like that would be the most badass thing ever if you just witnessed
James.
all them coming out. But just because he just went, oh yeah, here are my boys and all that, and there's like 40 of them, it's pretty badass. But you'd rather see that in the
James,
cinema, wouldn't you?
can I just say, did you see the trailer on
Yep.
TV? You know where Tony's house is getting blown up? And you see the armor go
Yeah.
onto him in trailer 2? On the TV I saw a
Yeah.
trailer, the armor actually goes off of Tony and onto Pepper as the house is exploding. Yep. And you
Really?
just see her like on top of Tony with like the bit of the front of the mask up, and then like the house just collapses. Exactly,
What?
that's what I was like. I saw this in Lego form. Yeah.
I've got to see
I
this
was like,
film. Oh
Jesus,
my god.
it's gonna be awesome.
Well,
I don't.
that's incredible.
I think it's just going to be a bit too much in 130 minutes. I'm going to be honest. I don't even think this was in my top 10 most anticipated of the year. Honestly, just didn't want to see another Iron Man movie. But after the Avengers, I guess it was really necessary, and especially after Iron Man 2, which was a big
Apparently,
disappointment.
What this film looks like to me now is, you know how people say, oh yeah, you want it more dark, gritty, and realistic? Well, this looks dark, but kind of comic book dark. Like so, and obviously because of everything, because he
True,
went out of the atmosphere, didn't he, in the Avengers, and then
true.
he only just survived and all that. You can see he's a pretty rough from it. Like he isn't exactly like healthy, and you can just see that he's just trying to like, I don't know, just kind of like I can't even explain it. It's just recovering, I suppose, from all the events that happened in the Avengers. And I think it's a good route to go down because it seems in all of them, like in the Avengers, they kind of completely like didn't even say anything about what happened in Thor, what happened in Captain America, because they're just nothing like, as in, I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but they didn't really make many references to Natalie Portman in the Avengers with Thor.
Yeah.
She just wasn't in it at all, so I don't really know what was going on there.
That apparently
Alright.
Iron Man 3 might be what's his face? Robert Downey Jr.'s last Iron Man portrayal. I've heard that and I don't know what to think. I'm like,
Yeah,
I can't think of another Iron Man right now. I want him to stay on the job.
but
Well,
probably
what did they do with Christian Bale? They cut him off. I'm thinking they might do the same.
what with?
Because I guess Christopher Nolan come up with that pretty epic idea of that The Dark Knight Rises ending. I thought that was fabulously done. But
Really? I hated The Dark Knight Rises was a terrible film. Like, I don't even get why I enjoyed it.
I meant the Avengers. The ending. Sorry.
Of the Avengers.
No, of The Dark Knight Rises. I thought the ending was really well done.
Really?
But the rest
I
of the
thought it was a
movie.
cheap way of just getting out
Yeah,
of it.
I thought
didn't
that,
think
but I liked it.
it's just like you're gonna give the Batman mantle to a police officer with
He could
no
become
training
Nightwing.
whatsoever. You gotta think about it. Batman Begins, that was all about Bruce Wayne like in this prison and getting trained by like the League of Shadows and everything. Is Joseph
He's done
Gordon-Levitt
that.
really gonna do all that?
He could become
Yeah.
Nightwing, no?
He won't.
All right.
Nightwing. But would you really want to see
I
Nightwing
don't.
and
It
not
could be
Batman?
interesting. I don't know.
No. All right, guys. I think we should go to a break, and we will be back to talk trailer reviews for Wolverine, Man of Steel, and Elysium, and
So
The Great
stay
Gatsby.
tuned. So
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah.
We're going to start talking about trailer reviews. Elysium and The Great Gatsby. So yeah, one of you can.
We basically already talked about Wolverine and Man of Steel, so I think we might start with The Great Gatsby, and then we're going to talk about the big one, Elysium, straight after. Now, The Great Gatsby is my most anticipated of the year, surprisingly, because I love the novel. And this trailer just really, really surprised me. I actually really, really liked it. I think I liked it a bit too much because I know that the other two boys have different opinions on it, but I just really love this trailer. I've liked all of the trailers for this film. So, who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah, cool.
I from the trailer, I think it looks okay, but I don't know what the film is about. I think James has the same opinion as me, but I can't tell from the trailer what the film is about.
But what do you think it is about then, Joe? Because I have no idea.
It's about like a wolf, a dude who just went like a dude who just got out of war, and and he's very curious about Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
Yeah. I think
so
it's a bit of a mystery at the moment because it's hard to tell, but
yeah.
I think if they release another trailer, it might be able to explain it a bit more. But maybe it just won't explain it in trailers. Maybe that'll be a reason for people to go to the cinema. Like, what is this film?
Have you seen the other trailers?
No, I've only seen one.
Yeah, if you see the other trailers, it kind of explains it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, now we'll get on to Elysium.
Okay.
Elysium looked a bit weird. Like the whole thing, on the poster where it's got the metal kind of exoskeleton on him. It looked pretty messed up. Like I can't even explain it. It was like armor, but not because it was like really thin.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought this trailer went absolutely nowhere. It just stayed on that same note. The music just went nowhere. I just wanted to go all epic like the Man of Steel trailer, but it just stayed so smooth. And you see all these big things happening, but the music is just so still.
Yeah.
I just did not like this trailer at all. Unfortunately.
I think it looks okay. It could be quite promising, but in the end, I'm not looking forward to Elysium.
Is this one's a bit similar to Oblivion?
No, that's After Earth.
All right. Well, what's the story for this one then?
It's about a
I
guy.
don't even know.
It's about a guy, and there's explosions and stuff. It looks like it's directed by Michael Bay.
Oh, right, fair enough. Have any of you seen the Hunger Games trailer?
Yeah, I hated the first Hunger Games movie, so I'm not even gonna bother with this one.
The Hunger Games was I thought it was a bit hit and miss, really. I didn't really think. But when I watched it in cinemas, I half enjoyed it. I watched it again and did not like it at all.
I thought it was average. But I didn't think it was superb. I thought Jennifer Lawrence was great. But I just did not think that this was. I just did not. I liked the trailer. I don't
think you can take the Hunger Games very seriously though, because the concept is just so stupid. Like it would not happen. Like it's just so ridiculous.
We're reading the book for English class, and I think it makes a little more sense if you just read the book.
Yeah. Yeah, so the books are supposed to be quite good, to be fair, but
it is really good so far.
Catching Fire, though, I had the impression that Catching Fire was literally minutes after the first Hunger Games film.
Me too.
Like they wanted to put all the old competitors, like the winners from the Hunger Games, into one big one or something like that.
Yeah, but there's 3 books.
The thing about the Hunger Games is that everybody thought Twilight, but it's more violent and more graphic than Twilight.
Yeah, but apparently Catching Fire is supposed to actually probably capture the violence a bit more, because the first one you didn't. It was the shaky cam. Do you remember how bad that was?
Oh god,
I hated that.
When it was through like the woods and stuff in there, and it's just going all over the place and you can't see anything. But I do think the Hunger Games it seemed a bit of a one-off. Like, if you make another film about it, where do you go? Like, it just doesn't really seem like it has much, I don't know, like a backbone to go on so they can get another film out of it.
Maybe they're hangovering it.
Books, but...
Maybe they're hangovering it, doing the same film, doing the exact same film again, just with a couple of different bits added onto it.
Yeah, in a different location.
Yeah, guys. Just remember, this is based off a book.
Yes.
Yeah. But then again, all scripts are written at some time, so it's not as if, like, everything's going to be based off something.
Yeah, true.
I just don't see the Hunger Games being very appealing to boys as much.
No.
I think it. Well, it has that sort of graphic element to it where people are going out killing people.
I just don't really. There's something about I just don't respect the film in any way. It just. I don't know. I just can't put my finger on why I don't like it. I think it's that Josh Hutcherson or whatever he's called.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah, he's annoying.
He's so annoying, isn't he?
Yeah, he has these really bad career choices. Journey to the Mysterious Island or whatever that was called.
Bridge to Terabithia and all them. He did that.
No, I liked Bridge to Terabithia.
Can I tell you something weird? All the girls at school have all of a sudden been so obsessed with the Hunger Games. Like, oh my god, Josh Hutcherson, he's so cute. Hey!
Yeah.
I'm just like, I hate.
He's just an actor. He's just a normal person.
They threatened to kill me because I don't like the Hunger Games.
Would they even care?
Wait, so they went from Justin Bieber to Josh Hutcherson.
That actually has happened at my school as well when the Hunger Games came out.
More like from One Direction to Josh Hutcherson, but whatever. I'm just like, seriously, just stop talking about this. Because
fair dues. Yeah, well...
I think we better move on.
Yep.
We can move on to
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory.
Damn.
Finding Dory. Where do you even start with
Finding Nemo, but you're finding a different person.
Or fish.
Yeah, whatever. They're people to me because they
or
talk.
Shark.
Yeah. I hope Bruce the Shark's back in it though. I just want to see that again.
It's
My name's
Brucey.
Bruce. My name's Bruce.
In the first
Fish
film,
off
that scared me in the first film because I saw it when I was really young. I turned away, I looked back and the shark's teeth were just there and I literally just threw like something like on the floor and like started crying.
No, but there's something about the sequels in Pixar that they can't work anymore. Like Toy Story 2 was great. It was an amazing film. I just think Cars 2 was just so stupid on so many levels.
At the moment. They're having like a Toy Story day on ITV. They're showing Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 back to back. Yeah, really? Toy Story 2 is like
that's amazing. That's incredible. Actually, that's awesome. I might go. No, but I think it worked with Toy Story 2 because they actually had a story that they could go to. Like, it's just the life of a toy at different times of the person who owns the toy's life. So, like Andy, obviously, he gets older and he begins to, like, neglect his toys and things like that because, obviously, he's growing up. And I think that had a story, whereas I think Cars 2 really didn't. I mean, that wouldn't even happen in real life. Like, you get F1 cars against NASCARs. That just doesn't happen. I just think that's what.
I thought the concept
why it was so stupid because it was
okay, but it didn't.
I don't know. Talk about Toy Story though. There was a thing about I watched Toy Story 3, and you know there's that bin man.
Yeah.
The person who when they think that all the toys are in that bin bag because they're gonna when that bin man's actually Sid.
Yeah.
Sid the Toy Story
Oh,
1,
gosh.
the next door neighbour, he's got the same T-shirt on. You know, that skull that he
yeah.
always wore. Yeah, it's actually him, and if you actually look it back, it is
Oh
him.
Jesus! I
Which
didn't
think-
realise that.
I, th- I
Yeah,
thought Toy Story 3 was just heartwarming. It
yeah.
was so great. It's really feel
I
good.
really like Toy Story 3 because it wasn't the same. It made me feel sad, and it was like because all that ending, it was like this isn't the same, but it did work, which is why obviously people were saying it's so good.
But I think it could be setting up a Toy Story 4
Where are they gonna go though?
No, they can't.
with Bonnie.
But
No,
it won't
because
work.
Bonnie is not very likable. Bonnie's just a random girl. It's like Andy was awesome because he was there the whole time, wasn't he? But if you just that's like what they were trying to do with Indiana Jones when they're trying to give it over to Shia LaBeouf. Do you remember when they brought him into the fourth
Yeah,
one?
he works in Transformers as the pussy of them all, but he
Yeah.
doesn't work in Indiana Jones as kind of like the son of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, the next one down to kind of take over the Indiana Jones.
Not even
like,
Jango Fett could take down Harrison Ford.
No. Django Fett is
Yeah.
badass.
But still.
Yeah, well, we need to talk about Finding Dory
Yeah.
a bit more, I think.
We've gone off topic.
Finding Dory
On it,
nowhere to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this film will not be very good because Finding Nemo was good because that was a son that's been lost and the dad's trying to find him. That's like the story of a dad and his kid. Whereas this is the story of someone you met once whilst you were trying to find your kid getting lost. And she has Alzheimer's.
Nemo's dad and her are kind of like in this relationship thing though.
But
yeah, I'm pretty sure they
Do you
are.
really-
I'm pretty sure.
do you really think they are?
I'm
I
pretty
don't think
sure
they are.
if they were, the concept I think would work a little bit better.
Yeah, then that's
No.
like saying Sam and Frodo are like married in.
How do you
Lord of
know
the
they're
Rings,
not?
it's
It
like-
doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be. You probably wouldn't even be able to tell. But I don't know. I just think, how would Dory get lost?
Well, she has memory problems,
Just from
doesn't she?
swimming away?
On the way home from work one day, forgets where she lives.
She gets put in the boot of a car, and then it's like some road chase, and then what do you do when it's fish though?
She
Like,
forgets how to
Call each other. Fish
she
can't
forgets how
do anything apart from swim after
Let
each
Joe
other.
speak.
she forgets how to make a cheeseburger at work.
He gets fired and then he just goes into deep depression.
And then
No, you. Imagine that. She's just.
and then she goes back there the next day. I'm here to work.
She's just like swimming on a corner, just like selling her body for money and stuff. She's just gone off the rails.
Finding hobos. Imagine that film.
Yeah, she's like that scene in Les Miserables when she's like selling her hair and teeth and stuff. It's just what Dory's just resorted to.
Lame as a Dory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
Looking forward to it because it's Pixar, and I always love
I
Pixar film.
really want to see Finding Dory, but then again, I'm not getting too anticipated because I don't know any of the story. I don't know what it's going to be.
Incredibles 2.
I want one that.
Where was that?
It's canned. It's gone.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But that when that mole comes out the ground, it's like, behold the Underminer. That one. That was awesome.
I want to see what happens after that.
Yeah.
They made a game about that though, didn't they?
Brad Bird wants to do he wants to do his live action career.
Who's that?
The director of The Incredibles.
Oh right.
He wants to do
what's
a
his name?
live action.
What's his name?
Brad Bird.
Yeah,
Bird.
I've heard of him. He directed
Mission Impossible.
yeah, that was
Protocol.
Oi, where do you think Mission Impossible is going to go? I know, obviously,
I haven't
it's not
seen any
really
of
relevant, but like, Mission Impossible 4 was a good film, to be fair.
I love them all. If they did make a sequel, I'd be on board. But for Finding Dory, I don't think it's really necessary, but I'd be happy to see where it
A bit
goes.
more off
Yeah.
topic, but where do you think the Bourne series is gonna go? I'm just wondering if any of you guys.
Down
It's
the,
gone. I reckon it's
Yep.
gone.
Me too.
I reckon it's in the toilet.
Yeah, I like the Bourne Legacy. I thought it was alright, but that's a bit off topic, so I'm just gonna scoot away from that.
I didn't. I thought that was bad. Anyway,
No,
do you
well,
wanna,
wait, Brad Bird. He did The
yeah,
Simpsons and Ratatouille.
Really?
He
yeah.
did, he did a load of episodes of The
Awesome.
Simpsons.
He did Ratatouille. I didn't think
Me
Ratatouille was
neither.
that great.
Oh, he did The Iron Giant.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about we just
Pixar versus
go
DreamWorks.
the
We
box
can move
office?
on.
No, let's go to the box office predictions.
Oh, we're not going to do the news that because I've got that little.
Yep, we'll do the box office predictions, then we'll do the news.
I don't really know what's out at the moment
I
though.
mean, if I haven't seen many films, but I suppose this could be your spotlight, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
It's different because if in Australia I don't know what's out, and in because it's going to be different all over the world, isn't it?
We'll just do the US.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Wait, I'll have a look at it now then.
I think Oblivion is obviously gonna top. I think 42 will come in second. I think The Croods might just overtake Scary Movie. I think Scary Movie 5 will come in 4. And I might go G.I. Joe Retaliation for number 5.
All right. Well,
Just
I'll go.
just because of 3D.
Yeah.
elements.
Well, I think number 1 will be G.I. Joe. Number 2, Scary Movie 5. Number 3, 42. Number 4, Evil Dead. And number 5, The Place Beyond the Pines. I'll go for that.
How about Oblivion?
Yeah, true. No, I'll stick with what I did. Yeah, do that.
Well, my box office predictions, I don't really have any, to be perfectly honest. I think The Croods is definitely going to be in there. I love that film, but
yeah, okay.
yeah, I definitely think that The Croods is going to be in there. Evil Dead is probably going to be in there. Oblivion, but yeah, I guess.
All right, guys. We'll take a break and then we'll come back to James's news segment.
Hope you enjoyed this part.
Cool.
Stay tuned for James's news segment.
All right, welcome back. I'm just moving on to my movie news segment. First up, we've got the Shining prequel is actually going to go ahead. It's going to be called The Overlook Hotel. What do you think about
that? Don't know.
Have you ever seen The Shining?
No, I have not.
Have you, Joe?
I've seen a little bit of it and I've heard about it, but
yeah,
haven't actually properly watched it.
It's a psychological horror film. Like, it's just, you don't see anything really scary as such, but it's just, it messes about with your head a bit, and it's pretty messed up.
It's really creepy.
Pardon?
It's really creepy, but it's not scary.
Yeah. It's like, a film that I saw the other day was American Psycho. If you haven't seen that, you really need to. It's incredible, but it's not scary, it's just really kind of sickening. Because it's just so because the main character is an absolute psychopath. But The Shining can't really go anywhere, I don't think. I think a standalone film would be great because it's such an amazing film. I think maybe just scrap that idea, just move on to something else, because unless they've actually got an idea, because I heard that I think it was Stephen King wrote a sequel to it, but they're not using it, so I don't know why.
Okay.
That's interesting. Because he wrote the Shining, so yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Finding Dory, but we've already spoke about that. the Ant-Man leaked footage. That one
Haven't
looked
seen
pretty
that.
cool.
But
I
yeah,
saw it.
I don't know where that film's gonna go.
It's written and directed by the guy who made Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
That's good because it'll have that wit. It'll have wit.
Yeah,
All three of them are pretty decent films, so
yeah. Wait, I'll just try and get it up now. Wait.
Wait,
Well, what
if
do you
he
think
if
about
he
that World War Z or World War Z or whatever? Edgar Wright, that's the guy who directed it.
alright.
But yeah, what do you think of that World War Z or whatever you call it?
I don't know.
It looks like Nazi zombies on like round a million. It's like mental.
Yeah, that was
I
like announced, like I think it was 2 years ago or something. It still hasn't been released yet.
No, but it's coming out in June.
Oh, that's good then. I might
Yeah,
watch that.
I don't care for this as much. I don't really care for it, honestly.
Yeah.
Really?
Killing zombies is my passion on games, so I'm probably gonna go see this.
Yeah, fair enough. We got? Well, yeah, Ant-Man. I think it was really cool, but it was all just concept ideas. It wasn't like a leaked trailer or anything. It was literally just how the action scenes are gonna work and everything. And I think it was so cool. But this is gonna tie into the phase 3 of the Avengers. So not the next Avengers film, but the last one, because they're gonna make a trilogy.
Well,
And yeah,
have you seen the Ultimate Avengers animated movies?
I have not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
I have.
basically what happens at the end of Ultimate Avengers 2 is that Giant Man, which I also think is Ant-Man,
Yeah.
like dies because if he like shrinks himself one more time, his like insides are gonna get all messed up and stuff. He does it and he dies. But what I don't get is in the next Avengers it says that Wasp and him had like a son or a daughter, or I'll just say a kid. But I don't get how that's possible if he died like five
Yeah.
years ago or something. I don't know. But
But Ant-Man and I think it was that Wasp or whatever it's called. They're the original Avengers. That they created the Avengers Alliance or whatever it is. And I think it was a shame that they weren't actually in the first one. But yeah.
we got
The thing with
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, you know, bow and arrow guy.
Yeah.
He didn't actually have a
Jeremy
costume
Renner.
in this, which I was kind of surprised. Like in the comics and stuff, he wears a purple costume, and he wasn't. He just wore his like black kind of suit with his bow and arrow. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, moving away from we'll do a whole podcast on the Avengers. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, Avengers versus the Justice League and all
Or
that.
Avengers, just like all movies leading up to the Avengers, and it depends when we do it. The movies that's set after the first Avengers film,
Yeah,
maybe. But
that'd be cool. But yeah, Wesley Snipes is officially part of Expendables 3. I don't care
I
about that.
don't want to see another. Yeah, I don't want to see another Expendables
me
movie.
neither.
I thought they're quite badass. I thought the second one was better than the first, but yeah, I don't really care for that, to be honest. I think Nicolas Cage is gonna be part of it.
But I gotta be honest, I do like all the Blade movies.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is a badass.
Hey, James, I forgot to ask you, what do you think about Kick-Ass 2?
Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah.
What I like about the trailer for this is instead of just going, yeah, okay, let's make the same film again, like The Hangover, they go for a completely different idea.
Because there's been another comic book graphic novel sort of thing since then, so they're working off of that.
Yeah, Kick-Ass. I was going to buy that, actually.
I've got the first one, the graphic novel.
I've read the Kick-Ass graphic novel.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you need to read the Watchmen graphic novel. It's absolutely amazing. Like it's like a book, but it is so good. Yeah. Oh, I've got one last little bit of news. Peter Jackson has been asked to direct some Doctor Who episodes.
Oh God.
Doctor Who's just like
gone downhill ever since David Tennant left.
It's now, isn't it? It's not aimed at the same audience anymore.
It's too kiddie.
I think it's the new Doctor who came in, who was very child friendly.
I don't watch Doctor Who.
I used to. I used to watch. As soon as David Tennant left, I watched the first series with Matt
Yeah.
Smith, and I was like, okay, I don't like you anymore. You're too child friendly.
Yeah, I totally get what you
Bugger
mean
off.
as well.
You're gone. I want David Tennant back, but you know.
Alright, yeah, ever since, you know them weird statue angel things?
Yeah, Weeping Angels.
Yeah, ever since watching that, I could not watch it again. They're absolutely terrifying. That
I like that
the
episode.
first episode they did of that, where they're just like in a car park and they close their eyes, like, and they just keep coming closer. It's so scary.
I like that.
And,
It gives me that
yeah.
adrenaline rush I need in a horror thing.
I like because they used to go to places like Pompeii and stuff, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
They were pretty
I
good
just need to
episodes.
say something for all of you fans of the TV show Supernatural. It is official. The two actors, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki, have signed up to do up to season 10 of Supernatural.
How many seasons are there so far?
Halfway through season 8.
Really? I thought there was only like 2.
No. Yeah, but for all of you fans of that
That's a
show,
long-lasting show.
I love that show
That's
though.
a big show.
I love it. It's awesome.
I've only watched a couple of episodes and I couldn't really get interested.
Yeah, because like some episodes are better than others, but you need to watch like a whole season because through different episodes, different bits of the story unravel, and by the end of the season, you like or sometimes they have a story going on for about 2 or 3 seasons. But
I got some news for you people.
really cool.
Glee is back for 2 more seasons.
That's not even
No,
news.
that's just crapping on my soul.
Yeah. Well done for ruining the podcast. No, I'm
Joking,
joking.
man.
But...
Yeah,
I like Glee, people.
yeah, I've
is-
seen your review of the season 1 and 2.
That is it is so relatable.
Oh, I've seen a couple of
How is it
episodes.
relatable? Who just breaks into song in the middle of a lesson?
Joe. He does in the middle of his videos. He does in the middle of his videos sometimes.
Check out my Evil Dead review. You'll get like a 40-second song in that one.
Really?
About
Oh,
how-
I saw your
about-
what do you call it? The Les Miserables one. We just like
Oh yeah.
Singing a song.
That's funny.
Yeah, but let's move on before
Alright.
we embarrass him.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of this podcast very soon.
No!
Pretty different.
Out of nowhere, I'm gonna sing, and you will not expect it.
All right, cool.
Is it gonna happen now?
That
It's
is a
gonna happen now.
promise.
It's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. I've stopped doing that now. It's annoying.
All right,
Shut up.
no, don't bother singing now because we can move on to Pixar versus DreamWorks.
Pixar. That's
All right,
simple
now
argument.
we gotta pick our team. All right, James.
Yep.
What studio are you representing?
I'm gonna go for Pixar.
I
Alright.
would choose Pixar, but I have a feeling you would like to do that, Joe. So,
Yeah.
Actually, if one of you are doing Pixar, one DreamWorks, I'll just be in the middle because I really don't know.
All right.
Like
I'll
5
do-
years ago, I would have been like Pixar all the way,
okay.
but things have changed.
I'll do DreamWorks.
I'll go
I'll
Pixar.
do DreamWorks.
I'll go Pixar.
Okay. Well, DreamWorks have How to Train Your Dragon, which was really good in 3D, and I really enjoyed that movie.
Mhm.
But DreamWorks also has Shrek, and I like 3 of the Shrek movies. And yeah, those are really the
Who was Wreck-It Ralph made by?
Pixar.
Disney.
Oh, was it? I thought it was.
Oh no, it was just Disney.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
I forgot Disney.
Ah, that reminded me so much
Disney
of Shrek.
and Pixar split into 2 companies, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because they are 2 different companies.
But they used to
But
work
they,
together.
Pixar, no, Disney bought Pixar.
Oh right, I'm getting my facts mixed up.
Like how Disney bought Lucasfilm.
Yeah, and
Alright,
Marvel
anyway,
Studios.
alright. You said that DreamWorks have How to Train Your Dragon and
Yeah.
Shrek. Well, we have Toy Story, A Bug's Life, and Toy Story 2.
What about
Beat that.
what about Up? What about Ratatouille? What about The Incredibles? What about
I
Finding
was,
Nemo?
I
What
was,
about Monsters Inc? There's a
Wreck-It Ralph.
load more.
I was getting to those, but I just wanted to see what else he had to state for DreamWorks before I could use the hot ones.
Madagascar.
Yeah, Madagascar. I like all three of those. Wait, I like two of the movies. I like Madagascar 1 and Madagascar 3. I didn't really like the second one much. I'm just gonna say that straight away.
Yeah, no, I don't like Madagascar 3.
I like that one.
Up.
I didn't enjoy that much.
Up is a great film. It's so sad
I
at the
know,
start.
but that's really all I have to say for about DreamWorks, because I think those are like the only DreamWorks franchises I've actually watched.
Well, they have got, what is it? Shark Tale and Over the Hedge.
Shark
They've
Tale
got
was
them.
good. Over the Hedge I wasn't too fond of, but
No, I thought that was kind of crap. You never know. Wait, who? Oh, I know who they had. They worked with Did they help make Chicken Run?
I suppose that counts then.
Alright, he
What about
wins.
Kung Fu Panda then?
Kung
Yeah.
Fu Panda, yeah.
He wins. They did Chicken Run. He wins.
Oh, that was easy.
Chicken
I'm
Run is a
joking.
great
Yeah.
film. What about
I'm
Mega
joking.
Man?
Oh,
Mega
that
Man?
film is awesome.
Mega Man is so
Awesome.
good.
They're making How to Train Your Dragon 3,
That's
you know.
even been a second one.
Yeah, I know. Making the Penguins of Madagascar
I
as well.
like that TV show. I thought it was quite good.
I hate it.
Oh crap! Wait, they did Wallace and Gromit as well.
Whoa, I win.
Yeah. Didn't you know that?
No.
No, you don't win, because we did Wally.
Yeah, true.
True.
That is pretty good, but
There was barely any talking in that, and that was just a groundbreaking film. And we also did Monsters
yeah,
Inc.
Monsters Inc. is awesome.
Yeah, but then there was also Brave and Cars 2.
How about the original Cars? And I like
I think
Brave.
that's crap though. I hate Cars. Owen Wilson just puts my teeth on edge. He's just horrible.
Larry the Cable Guy's funny though.
His voice.
We
is...
got the Incredibles. Boom boom ba diggity doo. Whatever the
I have
hell
nothing
that
else
was.
to say. I'm gonna forfeit. Pixar is the better studio. I'm just
What was that B movie?
terrible. That's what it was.
Oh god.
Never
It's
saw
bad. Don't
that.
watch it. Save 2 hours of your life and don't bother watching it.
I guess some of the references were pretty cool.
Oh wait, they
But-
made Flushed Away as well. Oh, that's a film.
I like
That's
that
a good
film,
film.
Yeah, I like Flush Away.
But then
A lot of
again, Ratatouille is literally the same as Flushed Away. Like kind of, well, it's rats,
Yeah.
isn't it? And
I don't
Me
like
neither.
Ratatouille. I'm gonna be honest.
Ratatouille, I think it's a cool film, but it's incredibly
Lame.
stupid.
It's lame.
Yeah, very lame.
Are we gonna move on to anything else, or you got anything?
Ratatouille is just bad.
No, Ratatouille. It was an okay film. No, I think it is. It holds up as a good film, but the whole idea of it is just kind of stupid. How he's like inside his hat, just pulling his hair, like moving
Yeah.
his arms, and so it's like that. No, that doesn't work. But yeah,
His hair must be very sensitive.
yeah. Well, are we going to talk about what comes next for DreamWorks and then what comes next for Pixar then?
Okay.
I'll talk Pixar.
All right. Well, there's a film called Turbo. Mr. Peabody and Sherman. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
I really want to see Mr. Peabody and Sherman so badly.
Happy Smack Day. The Penguins of Madagascar. Troll,
No, thank you.
Kung Fu Panda 3,
Oh, again.
and How to Train Your Dragon 3.
What?
Interesting.
Why is there How to Train Your Dragon 3 when they haven't even made a second one yet?
Because they plan to make 2 more. Yeah, well, that's Avatar. They're planning to make 3 more Avatar films.
Oh.
3?
3.
God. Well, coming up for Pixar, we've got Monsters University, The Good Dinosaur.
Oh, that's going to be terrible.
I actually think it could be decent. We've also
There's only one little bit of concept art for it, and that's it. I think it just sounds stupid.
Inside Out, a film told from the perspective of the emotions inside the mind of a little girl. That's Inside Out.
Sweet.
Cool.
And then Finding Dory, obviously. And then that's it for them.
Wait, there must be some more.
No.
I think pretty much all of those films besides Finding Dory are gonna be quite bad. I have
Really?
I have high hopes for Finding Dory to live up to its predecessor, but you know.
I don't think Finding Dory will be good.
I think Inside Out could be pretty good. I think Inside Out, like just that plot, kind of seems really interesting. Like going into the emotions of like a little
Whoa.
girl.
I did not realise how many films Disney make a year, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make quite a lot.
Last year they made Tinkerbell's Secret of the Wings, Let It Shine, Brave, Odd Life of Timothy Green, John Carter, Frenemies, Wreck-It Ralph, Frankenweenie, Secret World of Arrietty, Treasure Buddies, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, Radio Rebel, Sophia the First Once Upon a Princess, Santa
What
Claus
the hell?
The Santa Pups, and Girl vs. Monster. That's a lot of films.
One.
They've got the Lone Ranger coming out this year, haven't they?
Yeah, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, does anyone know about a Phineas and Ferb movie?
Whoa! I'm all in on this.
I did not know.
Yeah, I would like.
Oh,
I
no,
want to
no.
see that.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It says on here as well, Toy Story 4 isn't just a rumour, it's going to be released in 2015.
No.
Yeah.
They're gonna
It
ruin
hasn't
it.
been confirmed. I don't think it's been confirmed.
This is on the proper Disney website.
Really?
They can't keep on doing it. They have three solid movies. Why are they gonna? They're probably gonna ruin it.
Because come on, guys, 3D is the reason why half of these sequels are coming out. Like $3 extra a ticket. $3 is a lot of money, and when millions of people just go to the theaters to see all these movies in 3D, it just adds the experience. But
if a film's
half
out
the
in 3D,
time,
I
it's
see
just
it.
cash grab.
All right, well, I've just got a bit of a
Exactly.
thing here, just some suggestions for next week's podcast, if that's okay.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, I'll just. Right. We could next week we could talk about the whole Avengers, Justice League, all that once Iron Man's come out.
It will fit with Iron Man 3.
Yeah, we could do that. And then possibly go into all about X-Men. You know, because of Days of Future Past and the Wolverine.
Yeah.
At some point, I'd like to do the best film endings and the worst film endings.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
It's gonna be a real long podcast then.
Yeah, and then remake sequels and prequels. And yeah, I'd like to do them pretty much.
We could do an old school podcast where we like review. It could be our shortest one. We review films that like came out like last year or like the year before. Because I want to review review Looper with someone.
Looper.
And And we could also review like E.T., Jaws, all those classic films.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. A
Should we
few
do?
recommendations I'd like to do, just here, films that you need to see.
Wait? Let's do some. I just got a question. Should we do that? Classics before we do Iron Man 3. Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, let's do it. Because then we would have a week, after Iron Man 3's come out to like review it and stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think this is enough for this podcast. It's been going on for quite a long time.
Wait, can I just do these recommendations?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should all just recommend like one like film, like like a classic film. It can be new, whenever. Like, Joe, you can go first if you want.
All right. I'm gonna recommend. Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas. Okay. What about you, Josh?
I'm gonna recommend Looper.
All right. I will recommend Fight Club. Fight Club is just pure badass. It's a bit graphic, so yeah, beware. But yeah. All right. Yeah, we can wrap it up now if you want.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to the Nostalgia Film Podcast.
All right.
That's a wrap. Hello and welcome to the Nostalgia Film Podcast with our members, myself, Joseph Akers, and James from No Idea Reviews.
Hello, that's me.
And Josh from Flametail 23.
Hello, I'm the one filming this podcast in case you couldn't tell. But let's get on with this, shall we?
All right. Well, this podcast is pretty much this particular one's probably a lot of news-based, movie news-based talk, really, trailer talk, reviews, all that. We will get into Pixar versus DreamWorks. And yeah, who's starting us off then on the...
We're going to start off with the reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Oz, The Great and Powerful, Jack the Giant Slayer, Oblivion, and Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, we will try not to do it for too long because that could take a while. So
yeah,
reviews really.
We'll just do a quick summary of each film.
Yeah.
And give them a score out of 5.
Yeah, right, cool.
Okay.
All right. So we'll start off with Oz.
I didn't see this one.
Yep, Josh didn't see it, but me and James did.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I did. I was anticipating this movie. It was like my 5th most anticipated film of the year. And it's safe to say it's my 3rd favorite film of the year so far. I absolutely loved it. The 3D effects were amazing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I took away from it was the 3D and just the visuals were just phenomenal. But
yeah,
the actual film in itself was a bit like you could kind of guess what was going to happen, but I just didn't really understand how it actually ties into the Wizard of Oz because throughout the whole thing it's saying how he's not even a real wizard and all that. I don't understand that part of it.
Well, he's not actually a real wizard.
What, the Wizard of Oz isn't?
No.
Really?
He's just a man behind a curtain, remember?
I didn't like the original Wizard of Oz film that much. I just
so I don't really know. But it just kind of confused me. I was just like, wait, so what's going on?
I adored it. I absolutely thought this movie was visually stunning, and it had the kids' movie script that I think adults can enjoy, but it does get a little bit too kiddie at times. But I still loved it. I do understand that there was one miscast, Mila Kunis.
Yeah, definitely.
But
she couldn't act in it.
They casted Meg for what I would score the Jack the Giant Slayer. I quite enjoyed it. I think it's a good popcorn flick, or as I call it, Malteser flick. Because every time I go to the cinema, I take a bag of Maltesers with me. Yeah, I thought it was quite good. I would have given it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Because it's quite good. I thought that, I don't know, that it could have been a bit better, but in the end, I've still kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. I
Are
can kind
we?
of get where you guys are coming from, but still, I still stay with my opinion because that movie just frustrated the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can imagine.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Oblivion. I think I'm the only one who saw this.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
I
You'll
thought,
see
I,
it
I
then.
thought, I thought the visual effects were as good as Avatar. It was stunning, and the acting by Tom Cruise. You felt for his character. You really wanted him to, uh, survive this mission, and it was just a great sci-fi film. Yeah, if you compare it to other sci-fi films like Moon and Star Wars, I think you won't enjoy this. But that's where all the critics have gone wrong. They've compared this to other sci-fi films, and it just really bugged me. So,
Mm.
still,
It was so funny though when that
Should have popped
happened.
out.
Like,
Should have popped out of his eyes and then in 3D, and then
the
like they're coming to get you.
the
yeah, it's got the
stupid
guy who's in X-Men First Class in it who plays Beast,
Mm.
hasn't it?
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
He
He's quite good.
he was in Warm Bodies, and I saw Warm Bodies yesterday, and that was I absolutely love that movie.
Mm.
But I hated Jack the Giant Slayer. Too many cliches. It was so predictable. You knew what was going to happen.
I'm
I did like Nicholas Hoult and Ewan McGregor, but otherwise I just think this movie fell flat. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5.
Well, I can get why from your standpoint you might not have liked it because if you were British, a lot of the actors are British and it's set in the I don't know, it just got a very British tone to it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
And
I got
I
that.
watched it with my family and I actually really enjoyed it just because it is a nice family film. I gave that like 4 out of 5.
Well,
But why would it?
'Cause I did
Why is
enjoy
it
it quite
such
a
a
lot.
family film if it has a lot of violence and it can't even choose its audience? Does it want to be a hardcore action film or does it want to be a kids' film? It did
I
not
thought it
know
had
its
some pretty
audience.
dark scenes in it to be fair. Like,
Yeah,
not as
mm,
dark as the scene in the third Lord of the Rings where you see Smeagol turn into Gollum, but that's another film.
yeah,
uh,
but that's not a kids' movie.
yeah,
But
that's true. But The Hobbit is a kids movie.
yeah, but
Kinda.
let's
Mm,
just get
I
back
guess
onto
it's more
what
family.
Family Guy.
yeah,
Oh
I
Jesus.
thought James Franco was absolutely
yeah.
amazing in this, but and Rachel Weisz is stunning as usual, and she's actually really good.
Mm,
So I gave this a 5 out of 5.
mm. Fair enough. I would have probably given it about a 3 out of 5. I can understand why you liked it so much, to be fair, but I don't know. It's just not really my kind of film, I suppose. And
Yeah,
when you got a film that isn't really your genre, then it's kind of hard to really like it.
yeah.
So
But should we get on to
But I
Jack the
was
Giant
really
Slayer?
yeah, we'll get on to Jack the
yeah.
Giant Slayer.
Right, I think we all saw this.
Yep, I did.
Mhm.
Um,
I did.
I think I'll start off with this one. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's about a boy called Jack.
It's just the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, really.
Apart from he
Yeah.
kills like one giant in like the whole film, I think. Maybe no, two giants in the whole film.
Doesn't really make him a giant slayer. He kind of
No.
accidentally killed one. It's not really.
And
A giant Jack the Giant accidentally killer.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't really think this is a spoiler, but he throws like one of the magic beans down one of the giant's throats, and like a beanstalk just grows out of him, and like explodes and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm just like, what the hell is
He
this?
must have had a lot of saliva in his mouth.
Yeah.
Ew.